Manchester United finished 2024 in 14th position in the Premier League with just 22 points. They scored 21 and conceded 26 goals. That means they have -5 goal difference. There's another negative goal difference in the league table. That is bad for Manchester United. They are going from bad to worse. I don't know what Amorim needs to do, but he is in big trouble. I know he will not believe what he's facing at Manchester United. When you're outside, you are looking inside, and you think that it's easy to fix. But I think Manchester United needs it doesn't need a quick surgery. They need to cool down and find out what they are going to do in 2024, 2025, because today is 31st December. This is the last day of the year. So Manchester United losing their last game of the year. As well as Chelsea losing their game against Ipswich Town, 2 goals down with last game of 2024. They are dropping points. This is third game now they have dropped points in the league. So good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin and I'm here with John. Good morning, John. How are you?
Good morning, listener. Welcome to another exciting show. Some people no believe in last night, but last you go reach everybody.
Good morning, also.
Let me quote our friend. Oh, when that lady, they sent it down from title contention. So welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome to the show.
I carry plenty, but welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, guys. Remember, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We are live now on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. I will be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's dive into the Premier League because it happened throughout yesterday. Those 3 games that happened yesterday was an interesting game. For Manchester United and Chelsea, it wasn't interesting for them because both of them lost their last game of the season. So the results of yesterday, there are 3 matches that played yesterday. Manchester United 0, Newcastle 2, Aston Villa 2, Brighton 2. Good game, that one. And then the final one there is Chelsea is Ipswich Town 2, Chelsea 0. Chelsea has given Ipswich Town hope of surviving this year.
No, definitely. See, God, if you look at where they are on the table, they have hope of survival.
Yeah, they have hope of survival.
Leicester City and
Chelsea are giving them more hope.
Chelsea are giving them more hope.
Chelsea is giving them hope to finish in the top 10, in the top half, which is not possible. But so far, they have hope. They are guaranteed a place in the Premier League.
Okay, let's talk about the first game. Let's talk about the Manchester United, or let's talk about the first one quickly before we move on to Aston Villa Brighton, because we start debating. We'll enter Manchester United now. Everybody will start debating. So let's talk about Aston Villa and Brighton. Good game all around in that game. 2-2.
Yeah, good game. I was kind of disappointed when what's his name now? Brighton actually scored the equalizer. I was pretty upset. I felt that Emery had done enough to secure the win. Scoring 2 goals courtesy of the Watkins penalty, and then Watkins setting up Rodgers for the second goal, and then they went in and conceded not just one, but went ahead to go and concede 2. It was one of those games where I felt that if you lose concentration in the match at any point in time, if you think it's done, it probably isn't done, because the other guys have something to say about it. And if you look at the side, if you look at the game, you see that the Brighton players love fighting for their coach. The coach now, as of yesterday, has 2 yellow cards this season and 1 red card. He's among the top carded managers in the Premier League.
He's among the top carded players in the Premier League this season.
Managers.
If you look at the list of carded people who have taken the card, and look at defenders in the list, you now go back to midfielders in the list, you see the coach's name there. In bookings. So it's just one thing. The coach is, well, as in he's vocal. There's one thing about a coach being vocal. When you are too vocal and aggressive on the sidelines, the player will always want to fight for you. It's one thing we see that the last time we saw performance like that from a coach was against Jurgen Klopp. Even the Diego Simeone, you always see them bantering on the sidelines.
Even Mikel Arteta has 2 yellow cards this season.
It's too cold. It goes they think. I don't know if they think. Can't go there like this always for enjoy. I think they make phone calls. But for for Fabian, he has this reputation of always trying to get his players upset about the result. Whenever they are winning, either they are winning or losing, if they are getting upset of the result and they are fighting to get more out of the result they got. Because look at the game against Aston Villa. They first scored their goal 12 minutes into the match. What's it called now? Adingra. The Ballon Africa nominee.
João Pedro with the assist.
Africa nominee, player of the year nominee. Good goal for him. Good game for him for Brighton. All of last season, even this season, going into this season, he's been starting games. Adingra came in, scored his goal 12 minutes. João Pedro combination was fantastic. Then after then, Aston Villa kind of built themselves into the game, got the goal. Immediately second half started, 47th minute, they scored another goal. I felt like, okay, fine, it's over. Emery can build on this win now. Then all of a sudden, we started seeing a Brighton side come back. We
Yeah.
saw them build performance. We saw them. We never even see them build to score the goal. We saw them build performance to hold on to the ball for as long as they did till they got to that goal. That's what tells you that when you hold on to the ball, you will see possible channels of where you can get a pass and get a goal from. But if you keep losing the ball, trust me, just like how this no go there, just like how these people no go there. If you keep losing the ball,
But you want to go there
I
so
want to
bad
go there.
because of what they did to you yesterday.
No, I know their fan base, but we will not go there. If you keep losing the ball like that, you definitely not go forward and you definitely not get a goal. And since they held on to the ball, they created something and they got their goal. Good game for them.
Good game for them. Okay, but for Emery, they are actually fighting for. If you look at the way they have ended this season or they have played this season, they have not really done very well. Aston Villa, they are doing well in Champions League. Probably they are going to qualify for the knockout stage, but I think they are overwhelmed by the whole
Of
schedule of
course,
fixtures.
it's a first time for Aston Villa. It's not necessarily a first time for Unai Emery. I felt that he should have looked to get more depth into the
He
squad
did.
coming
He
into
did.
the season
Uh-huh.
because
He did, but
for me I
injury
didn't see that, man.
aside from West Ham United that bought starting 11 this summer, Aston Villa was the next person to buy more. You get the people say Aston Villa didn't buy. They bought more players in the summer this year than any other team in the Premier League. So, and those players are maybe out injured or perhaps on card.
They don't have anybody out on injury. They just have one player out on disciplinary action, and that's John Duran, straight red card from the last game. And then Matikash, who is out too, disciplinary points. So they are actually injury free. But the problem is, like I keep saying, for example, for Aston Villa, when it comes to the rainmakers for the club, it's Ole Watkins and John Duran, right?
And John McGinn.
John McGinn, that one are just backup star. Ole Watkins and John Duran. In the midfield, you have the key guys who provide for the team and that. But when some of these guys are not on top form, when some of them are not in the right headspace to create those chances and finish those chances, you need to have backup depth, quality depth in attacking positions within the side. If Ole Watkins and John Duran are out injured, who plays up front? Nobody.
But I think having two strikers is okay for the club.
When their place up front.
Okay,
When is a winger, bro.
Then I get ended 2-2 for Brighton and Aston Villa. So let's move on to the big one. Hey, let's move on to Manchester United. They lost again at home. No, let me start with Manchester United. So we can argue that. So if you look at what Manchester United, what they have considered goals since Amorim took over, the funniest part in the last 5 games they have lost 4. The funniest part that the only one they won is against Man City, which is even surprising for everybody. They, in quotes, on paper, they won the hardest one, and they have been losing since then. Against Newcastle yesterday, first 2 goals, first half, they conceded 2 goals again. First goal, Isak scoring again in the 7 minutes or 8 minutes of that game. What do you make of Amorim? What does he need to do? He needs to do something because this is terrible. It's terrible defending. Just like Isak against 5 defenders, and they crossed that ball and he still not ready for the first goal. Like it was only Isak there. There are no other Newcastle player there. Only Isak. Plus they have Maguire, all the 5 defenders they have lined up on that with that line, but still they consider that first goal. They need an open heart surgery.
Yeah, no doubt about that. For me, I'm going to call back to one point now. You said that they won the hardest game and lost all the other easy games that they should have won.
On paper.
Right? On paper,
Yes.
right? But they didn't win that game because as City gifted them that win.
They want to leave that.
City gifted them 3 points. I remember the same day there was a comment you made. You made that both teams deserve to lose that match.
Okay.
You understand me? So let's not come in here.
Now comment section.
Let's not come in here. No,
that
was Bishop that made that comment. Let's not come in here and come and say they won that game as though they played anything fancy, as though they delivered. They got a lucky goal off what's his name now, and they scored it, and that's it. Mother she wrote. But then look at it now. In this match and in the matches that have followed, they've looked a shadow of themselves. And for all we are going to call on the manager because he's the one at the helm of affairs of those players, it's not his fault. No matter what you want to say about the players, about the performance, this tells more on the player than on the manager, because this same group of players played as though they were reborn under Ruth Van Nistelrooy, under those 4 games under Ruth Van Nistelrooy. They played as though they were reborn in Amorim's first 2 games, and now everybody has gone back to default. It's as though they are carrying silent placard for Rashford in the team. And it's crazy that this is happening at Manchester United, but it is. And as it is right now, at Manchester United right now, this end of the year couldn't come quicker, because I'm sure Amorim is jumping at the beat to ship some people out this January and get some people in.
Okay, now so if you look at that game, under Amorim, 11 games, 20 goals conceded. Even though he's trying to do what he's trying to do, but it's not working. It's obviously it's not working.
If you like, make una talk anyhow when I want to talk. If you want to get results, you have to go through it the hard way. Ten Hag was a coward. I will say this for once. Ten Hag was a coward. He wanted to get his players in first. This man said, no, I will work with the players I have. Ten Hag used 3 years.
It's not that he has a choice.
No, even if you don't have a choice, you know. Okay, let me now shock you. There is a Toby Coiler on the bench. There's a Kukunki is on the bench. Harry Amas is on the bench. They're like I mean the people training with the first team that were on the team list, that traveled with the team. 4 academy graduates were on the team list in this match. If you go further down, you will see in the reserves, you will see 1,000 players that will replace any of the starting 11, but none of them can replace Bruno Fernandes, because in that game yesterday you could see the lack of creativity in midfield.
Sure.
You could see that there were no legs to carry the ball in midfield. Cassie and Eriksen are too old. Eriksen is a good ball playing midfielder. I understand that. Cassie is a good ball playing midfielder. He wins the ball back. I understand that. But age no longer their side. These people need to go Saudi, go chop money. Eriksen just came back from a heart surgery or so 2 years ago.
Yes.
You get from the was it Euros or World Cup?
Yeah.
He just came back from that, so he needs to recover fully. And I think for me, I think he has not recovered fully. But Man United fans will not understand this. They just want him because he's the ball playing midfielder, and they feel like Kobe is not on form, so they need to drop him to the bench. You drop these young guys to the bench to protect them. At some point in tough games, you bring them in to teach them a lesson.
You have to start them when the going is tough, because that's how you develop characters in these young guys. It's not by saving them from this match, it's by putting them in the midst of the fight. That's for one. And then secondly, now, just to put things in perspective, do you know now that Amorim coming into this job with the bleak possibility of not getting any signing done this January or in summer? Why? Because the penny pinching owners of the club, Jim Ratcliffe, in the sporting sense, is saying that they've spent over 700 million under this guy Ten Hag, right? Which means now they've violated PSR and they have to offload before they make any signing.
Maybe this man thought say get money. This man now thought say get money. Say he want spend money.
He thought say he want build stadium.
He never
reposition the club. He want build stadium.
You don't sack staff.
Yes.
You don't cut cost for ambassadorship and even retirement plan. No, now they talk now. Don't cut cost for ambassador and retirement plan, because you get some players who retire from Man United. The class of 92 we're still getting at least some stipend. You get from Man United for retirement plan. You don't cut them off. You don't sack staff. You want build stadium. You want to do this one. You want to do this one. Which one you don't start? Make we know how
you do. It's not even which one you don't start. Which one you don't finish first?
No. You go first start now.
You go finish now, so that
you go first
start. You don't go do 3 projects at the same time.
You go first start. More know say okay now why they finish or why they cut people off their jobs. You never even start at all. You don't they cut people off their job. Okay, start time. More no say you don't start time. So you will know say that the money these people they chop. You want to do the project. None of them don't start.
You know the funny thing. The funny thing for me is that there are 4 players in Manchester United that are consuming 50% of the budget, and those 4 players week in week out don't give the club any value. And I'm sitting here looking at these guys, and I'm saying to myself, like, if this were my business, would these guys still be in that position right now? They wouldn't be.
I saw a comparison of Luis Diaz for Liverpool chasing after a ball, running, hater skater they call Abina waiting. Running hater skater. You get running up and down, chasing the ball, chasing the defenders, forcing them to make mistakes so that somebody else can score the goal. And you have a Man United player that is anytime 6 of whatever the guy is earning at Liverpool.
Thank you.
And cannot chase a ball down the line.
Look at productivity in terms of goals scored, assists created, pari passu with Manchester United forward line, and you come back and ask yourself, what's going on here?
Let's be honest. This team, if he plays 7 defenders, he's not concerned. If he plays 15 defenders, as long as there's no creativity in midfield, as long as you keep losing the balls in midfield in areas, you will definitely not go further. I said this in the Brighton game, and I'm going to say it again. It's one thing holding on to the ball, it's one thing being confused of what to do about the ball.
Thank
Because you
you.
have a defender, you're attacking midfielder, you have the ball on you, you want to make a forward pass, but the person making the run for you is a defender. Definitely, if you give him that ball, he's going to send it backwards just to protect the ball. But if you had an attacking midfielder in front of you or another attacking player in front of you and you send him that ball, definitely he's going to see somebody more further.
Okay,
But for Man United now, just with the because Bruno is not around.
Yeah,
Bruno is not in
that's
this
the
game
thing though. And
it's
so terrible that terrible that, for example, let me give you an example. It's so, I don't know how to tell you how deflating it is when you are the only star player in a team,
and
when
yet you are not doing enough.
And when you are not around, it's as if the club is dead without you, because
When
there
Bruno
should
has
be people there
John,
who should be able to carry
John,
that load.
Bruno has been around the last 5 games.
Godwin,
And they have lost 4 of them.
Godwin.
While he was playing.
Yes.
So what is the difference?
Now, the difference is if he plays with younger sets of players, people who have more legs, people who keep the ball to themselves.
Thank you.
That don't lose the ball in credible areas. You see performance, you see results.
Thank you.
In this game, you would not see performance. At least, okay, now
no forward intent at all. No
compare
initiative
this particular game. In the first 60 minutes, Man United no get shot on target.
See, Godwin, might tell you, even
Yes.
if you carry Odegaard, come Arsenal, come Man U now, come play with this team we play yesterday.
He go flop.
It go be like say Odegaard na mumu. Say no, he no get any talent at all.
Against Wolves, that people are complaining about Bruno Fernandes. Against Wolves that he played, he did not play anything for 5 minutes.
Wait, let me
just a problem.
See,
Not
it's not a problem. It's
Bruno
not a problem
Fernandes.
because when you have a star player surrounded by amateurs, when you have a star player who is overthinking other people's role for them and his own role, but what do you expect? At a certain point in time, there's only so much a player can do. At a certain point, there's only so much a player can do. You have to think for yourself. You have to think for the redundancies in defense. You have to think for the guys along the wings who should be doing their job, who are not alive to their duties. You want to throw a pass to take the team forward, and somebody is strolling down the flank. But how you want to fix this conundrum now? How you want, even if say it be Zizou or Zidane, carry Zizou alone, carry and come play Utakara here. More no alpha.
I say, me now, I don't talk and say, you see this Man U squad now as it be. If I carry Guadangwa FC, you understand, go meet them. No, John, no be joke. If I carry Guadangwa FC, go play this Man United squad, I think keep clean sheet.
Okay, if you look at the statistics in that game against Newcastle, Manchester United have had 10 shots in total, but had 0 shots on target. That means
Thank you.
the goalkeeper, Newcastle goalkeeper, they don't make one save.
It's a holiday.
They make one single save. Apart from that clear-cut chances, they hit the bar. Maguire hit the bar in the second half.
From set piece.
Then I think Casemiro missed one open chance. He was off target. Apart from those 2 chances, they didn't create anything in that game. But let's talk about the game proper. The incident in after the 34th minute, he decided to remove Zeski and put in Maino in that game. When he was asked after the game, he said that he just thought that that game needed extra midfield in that. I don't know what he meant by that, but he said that you need to remove a striker and put in a midfield in that game. So what do you make of that?
This is the second time now. This is the second time now, because me, I'm getting livid as I'm sitting here with you now. This is the second time you are down, you've conceded a goal, and your initiative or your prerogative is to take off an attacking midfielder or an attacking player and bring on more defense. But you want draw match, I be one lose.
Because we are playing them in first 30 minutes, it was disastrous.
What's fault though?
Godwin, tactically he did a good thing. I saw what he did there. Tactically he did a good thing. I would not fault him for that. Take out Zeski. He was losing the ball. Zeski was a player that if you have the ball, pass it forward. But Zeski will want take on one or you go one play like I don't know what he want play like. You want dribble one or 2 players. You go one play like Sterling. I don't know. You go one dribble one or 2 players. Not be Serie A with this. If you do that for Serie A, they leave you or higher the slide. But for Premier League, they go surround you, they go choke you, and if you lose the ball, and you see that Zeski is always dropping deep into the midfield. He wasn't up in front there. Zeski is the kind of player that he came to Man United and he told you he's not a 9. So Højlund has to be the 9 in the team. Højlund has to get service. Højlund is not getting service. Now you leave Højlund where he is and expect that he gets service at some point of the game. Zeski drops into midfield to help Casemiro and Eriksen. Yet in that midfield, he loses the ball. The only person that is credible in that midfield is Ahmad. Now you look at it, okay, fine, this I'm having tired legs in midfield. Zeski is helping them out. Okay, I understand this. But yet we're losing the ball in areas because they surround Zeski a lot. Let me do something different. I bring out Zeski, I put in Kobe Mainoo. The game is balanced. If you look at after that sub, Man United had the ball and didn't lose the ball that much.
But then it's a demerit to Zeski because at a certain point in time
He
when
just
Manchester United need an extra attacking player to at least create something for the team, your ineptitude in the match is costing the team.
See what I think about coaches making this kind of substitute. One, it kills the morale of the player.
It's
Of
not-
course,
no,
but remember he's making a
because-
mistake out there. Do you
because
leave him out there
Godwin,
and they and
Godwin,
the press come in
Godwin.
and share him like
Godwin,
goat meat on a Sunday? No, now.
The response for me is the response he gave after the game. It's tactical. I believe this thing was not working like this. What I intended to do in this game was not working. I had to just do something else. You get, and if you look at that game, Kobe dropped deep to help Casemiro, while Eriksen went further, and that was why that goal you say Casemiro missed. Now from the matter of the sub, because as Kobe dropped deep, Casemiro can't get one kind freedom. Say okay, I feel go forward small. Him and Eriksen can't go that front. We make us get that shot on target so he ain't go miss.
Well,
You get,
I think it's the defender just passed the ball to one of the match time when they wanted to play from the back.
The sub the sub now creates that space. Because at some point, now that Man United started building into that game, they started getting the midfield back. But the thing is, they couldn't get the cutting edge to go into opposition final third. And that was just the end for them. After conceding 2 goals, I think 3 minutes into the game, we've conceded the first goal.
4 minutes, yes.
Just 3 minutes and some seconds. So they now added it to 4 minutes. Before the 4th minute, we considered the first goal from Issa.
Don't even get
Then
me started
Jolinto.
on how, or don't even get me started on how 4 defenders can,
5.
or can 5 defenders can watch that guy
Godwin is not 5 defenders.
receive that ball
Godwin is not 5
with
defenders.
enough space. That's the one that is
Like
turning.
as it take
That's the one that is pissing me off. With enough space,
it's called
like
ghosting into space.
angelic partners right and left and center to ensure he's
ghosting into
what's
space.
that one happening? Baba, mark this guy now. What's happening? Why when they watch ball?
We
Like
miss-
what's happening
We
here?
miss the Man United of Roy Keane and Vidic in defense.
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand and David. No, I mean from before Roy Keane, before Vidic and Ferdinand, they had Roy Keane in defense, in defensive midfield. Marshalling the defense line, telling them where to go. Then you miss the combination of Ferdinand and Vidic. Then you also miss the combination of Smalling and Jones. At least for set piece, say, oh God, Smalling will definitely get it.
You know the
Jones will definitely
the
defend well
crazy
against
thing
set
about this now is that this crop of Manchester United players are making it look as if this is what Aberdeen United versus Newcastle, because they are not worthy to bear that name. Manchester United. This was the same identical opportunity that was given to Haaland that he scored from a couple of days ago when he scored that header. Same thing, but this is Leicester. This is not Manchester United in that instance, right? The players or defenders in that instance are regular players. Leicester, where are they in the table? But this is Manchester United. There's a different expectation. There's a different demand when you don that red jersey.
Now talking about the second goal, there's considered almost the same goal for the second goal. Jolinton scoring that goal. And the funniest part about that goal that it was an area duel with Martinez, and it was just there was no match
Case
there.
closed.
John was complaining one of our podcasts.
I am vindicated now.
That height is a problem.
Yes.
Yes, now I can see that, because now it was just funny when that ball came in. Jolinton is tall and he can jump well.
Not tired.
So imagine Martinez trying to jump with him with that other. I laughed.
I am vindicated
You're
now
not
because
vindicated
I am
anything.
100,000% vindicated.
you're
not
Because
vindicated
I
anything
said
because-
it here
because
for free
look at-
a couple of days ago, and you all said no. Potential.
Now
blah,
me
blah,
tell
blah.
you potential, and I still
Okay.
agree. If you look at
Okay.
Jolinto's height, I look at McBurn's height, the tallest left back in the Premier League. Bond. If you look at his height,
He plays center half in this game though.
if you look at them, Bond top as Jolinto. But last season, this same Martinez win area duel against Bond. He top as Jolinto. In this game, he was just not in the position. When you say you run into a position and you were already prepared for the jump before the jump, and Martinez didn't see the jump coming. So I know we won't compare the same because of height, make and lose that ball. Not because of height. It's just like the
height follow.
Baba height 1,000%.
Okay, wait, Maguire.
If not delete,
Maguire,
delete, then with Jolinto.
Do you know why I said the height? Let me tell you that the height was part of the issue, because he didn't have a clean header.
Yes.
because of the at least Martinez challenged him and jumped, so the ball actually hit his shoulder.
Mhm.
He couldn't allow it. But if Martinez was taller, I don't think he probably would have gotten that header.
Maguire know that place.
Who challenged him?
Who challenged?
No be
Nine
height
dem
be
dey
the
talk. Who
koko.
challenge? Nine dem dey
No
talk.
be height be the
You
problem
go
for
explain
this
tire,
match.
nothing you want
Me,
talk.
I know say no be height.
But if you look at that goal, they consider that 2 quick goals from, it's sad the way they defend, because they are playing with 5 defenders.
Yes.
Everybody is expecting.
And they are
For me,
expected playing with 5 defenders that you have
defend
more
more.
control. Yes, you
You
defend
more.
better.
I'm thinking that the way you started worked. Amma playing as a wing back, having another probably a midfielder, a
Yes.
striker, playing Ahmad as a wingman worked. I didn't know why he actually changed. I think he was afraid of conceding so many goals. Okay, he decided to play more defenders. He's still conceding goals. If it was me, he won't stay with his time. Why not switch Ahmad back to the wing backs? Try what you tried in first 3 games that actually worked.
True talk. Like for me, I really
Everybody was
don't
just
get
everybody just tired.
when this thing change, now when you dey play Ahmad as wing back, then you can't comot Ahmad for wing back, put am for 10, he still work. Come put Anthony for that wing back, still get win. You know say okay, if he still play as a 10 alongside Bruno Fernandes, na there im problem start. Na that particular what they call am tactical experiment. When you experiment something first time, second time, third time, e work. Just to see your problem don start, because you want to continue with it. You now forget that this is what actually worked. It was in the 60th minute that this person came in to change the game for you. For this guy now, e just be like say him dey believe say no get the squad. Bro, I see the bench. I be like, okay, fine. At least last season when Man United dey misbehave, Casemiro get issue. This man introduced Toby Coylan, a 17, 18-year-old boy. The other players have been traveling with the first team. They're not traveling with the first team. They've been training with the first team. Bancherieni, I bet him name. The other guy he's training with the first team. He plays for the reserve. Chido, I know go talk say Hoyland this. I know go talk say he put Chido for the match. Hoyland there. But at some point you need 2 strikers. Zeski is not doing well. Put Hoyland. What's they call it? Chido there. Okay. There's this guy they sent on loan. He scored there for yesterday. I bet him name. Joe Hogill. He scored goal, and this goal when they scored just because he get service. For championship, he just jump like Haaland, the same replica of Haaland, go just jump among 2-3 defenders with the head to the ball. So I feel like at some point just go to the reserve. Your team know they work. Go reserve, pack player. Now
If you go to the reserve team,
now, see,
it will not work.
May I tell you why.
It will not work.
You see, where I think Amorim is getting it wrong is, for example, now we have to give him kudos for coming in and insisting on his style and implementing it, right? We have to give him kudos in that regard. We have to give him kudos in insisting the play style and the way they want to play. Kudos on that. But at a certain point in time, when the players you have in your first team are not giving you what you need, he has not been the same. He has not had the same confidence or bravado in picking young players from the reserve and implementing them in the side. Because for me, that shows a little bit as if you are scared for your job. You've just got here. You have the free run from now to the end of the season to experiment wetin you wan experiment, do wetin you wan do.
What if they sack this man?
Last the sack letter is still coming, but you can defer it. If you get a result or 2, it will turn the narrative around.
One or 2 young players, truthfully, you might try to put them to impress. But if you look at this whole thing about Manchester United, it's not about putting 1 or 2 young players.
Look across the pond. We've had 9 players out on injured. 9 full player, first team player, champions back to back injured. And who does the manager call upon? He calls upon guys like Rico Lewis. He calls upon even Oscar Bob and McCarthy. He calls upon McCarthy. Even the guy with a weird name in defense. He calls upon on them. Even when we don't like him calling up on them, he calls upon them. Why? Because these guys have been with him and he's seen them come up the ranks. John, the difference is that he knows these players, he knows their capacity.
See,
Amorim doesn't know these youth reserve players.
John, most of them.
But he needs to take a chance on them.
No, John, he trains with these guys. If he feels that they are not ready to play for him, then he should. Nobody should push them.
John, that they sing high hype for Pep Guardiola.
Because
Pep Guardiola introduced the first academic graduate.
Bro, that means you can't see anything.
Before Pep introduced the first academic graduate for Man City, it took 2 years.
I disagree. Go back and look at the records, man.
Pep's academic graduates, before he started putting them in the first team, it took him about 2 years.
I disagree.
You train with You train with the first team, no problem. But you can't make the starting lineup. When this, you know how many years this Rico Lewis over the shout now? How many years they train with Man City first team?
Even
You
for them,
don't Foden.
it
Now
took
they
him the
tell you
time
it
to
took
come.
Foden almost 2 years to start matches. You get, so I'm not going to say Amorim should rush and bring, but at some point,
because Pep just came into the team.
then now the same thing with the talk
I
now.
was
The
doing
same thing
the
with that
Amorim
one.
just came
I
into
was
the
signing
team
his players, so he have to make his own players work.
first.
Yes.
Now they tell you
You
now.
don't have that liberty right now, and things are going bad. Baba, take a risk.
See,
That's what it is.
I just called
Take
you.
a risk there with players who are hungry. There are players in that side that want person's salary. Let's go to the least player that ends at Manchester United. Now let's go to Diallo Ahmad. Right, I'm not sure he's up to 50k in earnings at Manchester, maybe somewhere around 10 or 15. There are players in that reserves who are on, who is one salary can pay 5 of them. But these guys are hungry for exposure.
John,
they are hungry to show themselves.
John, whether you
these guys in the team.
John,
being hungry and performing, it's not the same thing.
You need to perform
You have
in
to
training.
understand about it. You have to perform in training, as they say.
Perform in training.
Perform in training.
Show me that you're good in getting
is he
results.
the one handling reserves training? How will he know if he
what I'm
doesn't
saying
know?
that
They introduce them.
You can
They
bring
were-
in under 21,
Oh,
maybe
you-
five.
oh,
The
I
five
was
or six
telling
of
you,
them to come and train with you. It happens.
four of the reserve teams, four of the under 19 team, four of the under 19 team players now
Under 21 actually.
are playing with the Man United first team, training with the first team. In yesterday's team sheet, I saw 3 of them there. 3 players from the reserves in the training, and I saw them in the team sheet on the bench. You get, so at some point you need to give them time. Maybe from January after the transfer window, you start introducing them, but not now.
Okay, let's see what Amorim is going to be
Not
doing.
now when you
Again,
need the result, right? It's fine.
Well, 2024 has finished, so next season on 2025 we have to see what they are going to sign. January transfer window starts on the 2nd, so they have the probably, if they want to buy, they can buy. But another problem that came. Not problem, that challenge that came from that match, he didn't introduce Rashford. Rashford made the bench this time, but he warmed up 2 times, but he wasn't introduced at all in that game. People were saying it's still a statement for Rashford, but it's obviously that Rashford is going to be leaving Manchester United if things does not change. Okay, let's move on.
I think he made the bench because he was tired of answering questions about Rashford.
And probably because of injuries and Fernandes red card. Let's see if he's going to keep making the bench. Okay, let's move on to our YouTube channel. We have a whole lot of comments here on our YouTube. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. Let's read some of those comments before we move to the Chelsea game, because it's another interesting result there at Chelsea. And that's why I wanted to talk about them last, because who enter this Manchester United argument, they finish. Okay, on our YouTube, and Emmanuel Okitibi saying it's the last day of the year. What a way to end the footballing calendar for 2024. Manchester United and Chelsea losing for their last game. Okay, Emmanuel is saying Amorim is now at fault. Adjust to the team now. If the 3 centrals are not working, then adjust it. Formation must not be tactic. It's tactic. Your 3 central defenders were there, yet Isak was totally unmarked. Okay, Emmanuel is also saying, can Amorim just remove one central defender, because they are just many. They are doing nothing. Maguire, delete, Martinez, all stood and watched Isak not the ball. It's shocking. Finally, he's saying, with Martinez, I don't think it's height. It's poor positioning. Puyol was short. Also, Cannavaro was also short.
My brother,
Martinez
not short as
not
Martinez,
working
bro. Go
at
check
the
the
left
height,
side of the central tree. So okay, thank you for that contribution, Emmanuel. Then okay, Samuel Johnson is saying the Chelsea we love. Okay, we'll go to Chelsea immediately, saying that Chelsea we love and cherish is back. United brought hunger. United bought hunger, they work, and now they bought malaria medicine and it's still not working. United problem na spiritual. Okay, Samuel Johnson is saying all those things. Like, he's also saying Chelsea coach saying they are tired when the first 11 are not even playing in Europe. Europe is crazy. Their own drop of form don't start. Okay, Judah Onunkwo is saying, I have been saying the Chelsea winning run was due to them playing team who were poor in run of form. Aston Villa, Newcastle, and Brighton. Okay, he's thinking that Chelsea was winning because of run of form. And he's saying John Martinez height na issue. Okay, let's move on to that Chelsea game. Chelsea losing against Ipswich Town. It was a surprising result for everybody. Nobody expected at least for Chelsea to lose that game.
But we expected Ipswich to score.
But we
goals.
expected Ipswich to score. But
Of course.
the first controversy I want to talk about
Is the penalty.
penalty or no penalty.
Definitely a penalty. Now trap is set as a better trap.
I don't believe it's a penalty.
Okay, no, believe in a penalty. Make a call. God, you know, Timo, I don't want to talk about the Chelsea match because they will call for my head.
Penalty or no penalty.
Penalty.
Come on, no. So
See,
come on.
see.
I know there's a contact, but come on, the guy was almost flying.
Penalty.
This one is apple.com. People have.
According to John,
What's there
was there contact or no
not?
contact?
Simple.
But me now, I will tell you this. I wanted to say that it wasn't a penalty because look at the way he took the ball off the goalkeeper's hands. He saw the goalkeeper charging for the ball and he slid for the ball. And just nicked it. What if by mistake, as you slide for that ball now, you can't kick the goalkeeper from out? Now you go get the red card. So he took the risk.
I don't think it's not a dangerous play because
No,
he's
it's
also
not.
going for the ball.
It's not a dangerous play.
You cannot get a red card for
See,
that.
you understand? You know, I said I tell you, it wasn't a dangerous play on the goalkeeper's life. Understand? It was a tackle for the ball.
Yes.
What if the goalkeeper met that ball before him?
But if you look at the
It
way
would have been another story.
It would have been another story.
I think
so.
that
I just feel like
the contact was goalkeeper's leg. So at least he dived facing this way. His leg actually made that contact, not actually his hand. But if we have a different opinion, I know Chelsea fans will say that it's not a penalty, but that penalty was given. Then if you look at that game generally, he started Maresca. This is the third game in a row, 2 draws and 1 loss. Do you think that form that people if
do you think when Chelsea started this season, there was something you always say.
He's cooking.
Do you think the food? Ask us that question now.
I'm not asking Chelsea. I'm not asking anybody.
Don't even ask anybody, please.
But what I'm saying that
the food is not the bone.
If you look at the way they started, I don't know why he made those substitutions. Felix started, Nkunku started.
Yes.
Do you understand? So why do you think he has to change that? This is last game. Probably underestimated Ipswich. Why are you playing almost the player that you're playing?
I'll do you one better. It's not about Felix started, Nkunku started, this one, that one. Why are you changing? That's not the issue. The issue is the Nkunku and Felix starting in the first place. Because if you give me 50 naira,
it was ruled out for offside. I think from Kopama, I think it was ruled out for offside. But the other guy got his goal. He got his chance. But he didn't bury it. It's not about his clinicality. Even the Jackson we talk about having on the very chances.
We are still coming back to the same topic.
Now even the Jackson.
But you for all the beautiful edifice you built.
Jackson
for all the beautiful edifice you built in the sky, you came back down to reality.
That always happen.
That they did not convert their chances, and the one that converted the chances was cancelled out.
It's not the first time
at the end of the day, all that stuff is beautiful rubbish. At the end of the day, it's beautiful rubbish. For every demerit Jackson has in not scoring enough, not doing enough, he has more goals than these other guys.
If you play,
and you can't take it away from him.
If you play me 90
minutes, all
minutes,
the demerits of Madeke, they say that he used to run, he used to dribble, he used to do so. He has more goal contributions than some of these guys.
If you
so at the end of the day, if these guys are not, what I'm saying is this is
you can't compare Jackson's numbers.
I'm saying this is a scorers this season. Let's see how many that conversion rate.
Not being fault. Not being fault. Not being fault. Say the coach. Not being fault. Say coach to the player. Not being fault. Say the coach to the player. Not being fault. Say coach to the player for.
Oh yeah, let's go put Conference League, Premier League, Paris. Let's see what that where are the numbers? Where are the numbers? There's no numbers for him. Let's see what that where are the numbers? Where are the numbers? There's no numbers for him.
John, it's not about shouting about performance.
I'm talking about numbers here. That's what I'm talking about.
If you perform, the numbers will add up. If you coach plays you, the numbers will add up. You are here shouting about Jackson number. I believe Jackson plays 17 shots per game and has only 1 on target. Nkunku plays 7 shots in a game and has 5 on target.
Let's look at goals scored this season for Chelsea. Both players who has more goals.
Is it in the Premier League or generally?
Generally, let's look at it. Since you are saying this one, let's look at it generally.
Naturally does not play in the Premier League. Jackson plays won the Premier League. So
Nkunku plays in the Conference League,
yes.
right? Conference League, how many goals does he have this season? That's in Premier League that you play alone. How many do you have this season? And then we have a clear picture of who is performing and who isn't.
My own is that both teams they need another striker. Both guys are not
And that's
really
it,
doing well.
because if Nkunku was let's say Nkunku is half as productive in the Premier League as he was in Leipzig, we wouldn't be talking about needing another striker in the side, because this is something they paid close to 80 million to bring in.
Archie scoring the second goal in that game, he celebrated that goal. Everybody was thinking because he moved from Chelsea, but he didn't play for Chelsea's first team. He moved from Arsenal under 21 to Chelsea's under 21. I think he had played maybe 1 or 2 games for Chelsea in seniority before he moved away to Ipswich Town. He scored that beautiful goal and that somersault. He did that celebration in front of his son, and good game for Ipswich Town. What do you make of? Do you think now Maresca, because if you look at that top 4, it's going to become very tough this season. If you look at the difference between them, even second till where Manchester City is sitting at 5th or 6th, it's going to, I think, about 5 points difference. So he's now entered top 4 battle again, Maresca.
Gordon, did you see the hold up? When they say good hold up play, when your first touch is good, the lap, hold up play for the lap to supply Hutchinson that pass.
That guy is good, bro.
He's good. That's why you say a good striker is a hold up.
Please, we will execute a buyback clause that we have on that guy and get him back.
Who?
City.
Okay, he's not coming back. Then my guy, God, you know, say if I talk about the guy and I go talk, I get personal beef.
Yes.
Well, say the beef now not the talk more because wait now you talk na facts. When person no good, you no good for the team. He did for bench yesterday. He came in the but look at the way he played in 73rd minutes. That was the same period Chelsea were clearing at Ipswich Town. The last 20 minutes of the game. But all of that 70 minutes, if they get into the final third of the Ipswich side, that was how Ipswich got on the 2 goals they got. Hitting on the break.
Okay, Chelsea ended 2-0 for Ipswich Town. So Chelsea, they are going to enter that battle for top 4 again this season. If you look at that table, Chelsea stays 4th, Liverpool 1st, Nottingham Forest is 2nd after 19 games. Now Arsenal has a chance to go 2nd to clear of Nottingham Forest if they win their game tomorrow, New Year's Day. But Chelsea stay with 35 points on 4th. If you look at now, 5th is 32 points. That's Newcastle. 6th is Manchester City with 31 points. So that top 4, even 7th, Bournemouth is on 30 points. So Chelsea and top 4, they are going to fight that. If they don't perform, they continue this bad run of form, they are going to drop off from the Champions League.
This top 4 is still open to 9th position.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. For Manchester United, they stay 14th with minus 5 goal difference with 22 points. Okay, let me open the phone lines and take 1 or 2 calls. Number to call is 0706 048 5853. 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us what you think about this game between
the weather go quiet. Chelsea no go call.
Chelsea fans, Man U fans.
They no go call. They go their house.
Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And also
Good morning to you
of
too.
the season to all of you.
You too. Complete of season 2.
Lord of Chelsea, Jolly Young from Penyom in Benue State.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What's the
I
contribution?
said that Chelsea fans do not call. I am here.
Oh, okay. Welcome. You surprised me. You know, say weather cool yesterday evening. The noise not in the area.
You understand that?
Mm.
You know, the Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes chapter 3,
Mm-hmm.
when you run down, the Bible said there is time for everything.
Thank you. Thank
Time
you.
for shining, time for not
Silas,
shining.
Silas.
Even people food we eat, there is time to eat and there is time not to eat. So it is true. What Chelsea are passing through is even better than Man U. Like last year, I was talking with my colleagues. I told them, we Chelsea fans, that it's going to take about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 years before. I mean, seasons before Chelsea will start performing. So they started where everybody thought they are going to make a name, but unfortunately, the coach we have is an average coach. Let me tell you.
I disagree with you.
He was the cause of it. You are talking of these players, Sancho, and to me, Sancho was out, and Jack was out. Neto was out. I was thinking that Enzo Maresca will think that way because we draw with Everton, we lose
To Fulham.
the hands of our landlord, and yesterday won. I was expecting him to get a win, at least if he's ready to go for that top four. And already, whenever he's been asked, he says he's not after getting the title, he's only top four. But with that kind of pattern of playing, do you think he will see anything like top four? Or will we have better teams that are on form now? He was the cause. I was not happy. If you ask my opinion, I call for his head.
Mm.
It should be sacked.
Thank you very much.
That's too
Like
drastic.
Man U, it was the evil in front of Man.
They say-
Man City, Man U. I wish them relegation.
All right, thank you very much.
You know, they say Ferguson do this,
But-
Ferguson do that, Ferguson do this, Ferguson do that. Last, Ferguson don't get any court cases to attend to.
Well, all
you,
those are
you know,
rumors.
you know the funny thing is that everybody last time was calling for Amorim said, and I'm shocked Chelsea fans are calling for Maresca said. You guys,
Yeah, this is Welcome from Benin State.
Okay.
It's brother Chelsea fan.
Oh, okay.
welcome.
Okay, what's the contribution?
You guys are far.
Yeah, just like my colleague just said from Benin State. I think I want to put the blame on the coach.
Mm.
Because I don't know the kind of outstanding matches they have to play that is benching the likes of Jackson and the rest. This young man, Khalif, has no business to be in that team, and he was using it and just messed up the whole thing. Just like the man said, even if he tries, Chelsea is not Man U. We can sack coach anytime, anyhow. So you should be very careful, just like the other one. It's an average coach. And then
Wow.
like the other guy say, please don't babele Chelsea.
Wow.
Oh,
Chelsea
Wow.
is a team that is very difficult to understand.
Wow.
Okay.
I tell you, we are making top 4, 100%.
Okay, let's see
Okay.
that.
Top 4.
Let's see
And
if that
then
happens.
for Man U, in fact, it's a pathetic situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pathetic situation. I think if they continue like this, relegation awaits them.
Thank you very
Wow.
much. And they are just 7 points above
The
relegation.
fact that
battle, so-
Chelsea fans are coming for Maresca off one defeat,
Off back-to-back defeat.
off one
I
defeat.
think
Back to back.
It's the tactics. Everybody could see that tactics.
It's not the tactics, it's the player for crying out loud.
Back to
I was saying it here earlier in the day, and I'm going to give you hard figures to back it up. Nkunku has 18 games so far this season in the Premier League, 2 goals, 1 assist. Jackson has the same number of games, 9 goals, 3 assists. If you go look at the UEFA Conference League that they are
You
playing,
just counted the 18 games in the Premier League
18
this season.
games.
You counted the 18 games in the Premier League this season. Wait, Godwin, go John. Now let me ask you.
Yes, go ahead, because
When
I want to give you.
Now wait, look at it. I want to complete the question first. How many did he start?
It's minutes actually.
Now minutes they count. Total minutes played.
18
18 games.
9 goals,
18 games.
3 assists.
18 games. They
Then
put me. 18 goals. They put me in as a sub for 76 minutes.
Conference League.
Just to play 60 minutes of the game and you're supposed to score a hat trick.
Go look at Nkunku's game started in the Premier League.
That's what I'm telling you. You check the stats. You're checking the stats. I'm telling you, check the stats.
Conference
Where
League, he
introduced
just
me in the
has
second
5
half.
goals. 5 goals in Conference League against Umwaka. 5 goals.
Okay, let's see what happens with them. Okay, let's take calls. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Hello, good morning. Name and location, please.
Peter from Enugu.
Okay, what's your contribution, Peter?
Please, John, I don't know why you're attacking Chelsea like this. The most important thing is that what I noticed in this Chelsea team is every December on my own, every December they don't perform well. Right from time. If you can go through back of even just Mourinho time down to this time, you see that every December Chelsea don't normally do well. That is a fact. And as for Man U, I guess you quite high rice na beans. I guess you high rice na beans.
Yeah, Johnny Fire.
Yes, so I don't know what to do.
Okay.
I don't think there is no need of saying that we want to sack Maresca. No, the
It's
guy
too
is-
early, man.
At least he's trying.
Okay.
Yes.
It's not because he lost back to back
Premier League game.
Premier League, then you decide to say they should. No, it's not done like that. The
Yeah.
man is trying.
Yeah.
It's not easy for someone to just come, start performing, even taking them to this position
Yes.
with the number of players we had 50, 60 as they were criticizing Chelsea. But yet, look at where Chelsea is now. At
Okay.
least the man is doing well. I believe he's going to do well with Chelsea.
All right. Thank you very
I want
much.
to ask something.
Yes.
John, is
Yes.
a male or female?
Is a male.
Email, oh, please. Thank you.
Okay.
All
He's
right.
a
Yeah.
man, not a male.
Thank
He's a
you.
man.
Baba
Thank you.
God do and so.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, guys. Thank you, guys. You guys are doing a nice job.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
So just to clear the air, I'm not attacking Chelsea. I'm just saying that players let Maresca down yesterday. Okay.
Okay, let's take this
Nobody
final.
should come for his head.
Let's take this final call before we close. Hello. Good morning.
Everyone is still
Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay. What is your contribution quickly?
To West Ham fans, they talk. This fans, they talk. But now, I give you people 5-0.
Mm.
I don't understand.
Wait a second now.
The reason why he's saying that Chelsea is not fighting for that, they come to lose match back to back like this. This switch down. Kind of players today for Chelsea. I don't understand the team there. How he come out to Benchwell. Well done. Come out Benchwell. I don't understand. They come by Felix. Yeah, Felix. He's one that recommended Felix. I look at Felix. Come to Chelsea. I never say anything when he did that. Just wasted that money for just nothing sake. The money was wasted. That man, I don't understand the people scout to go and buy it because Felix was in Chelsea before. Everyone saw how what he did. I don't know what pushed them to go back to that guy. Even Osimhen who they're supposed to buy, just they go round circle. I don't understand them at all.
Well, let's see what happens next year.
That man will say, I don't understand. He's a first coach. A good coach cannot do behave like that. Stop telling me.
Okay.
He's trying for look at kind of player with the purchase. The coach can't try. Yeah?
All right.
Don't be saying they say it's not cut to that. Supposed to carry this league, not be come to lose matches back to back.
Okay, let's see what happens in this new year. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see what happens with every team. Arsenal is playing tomorrow. Let's see if they are going to buy in January or not. If they are going to perform in January. But 2025 is a new plate for everybody. A new plate for everybody. Let's see who is going to perform. Who is going to win the league? Obviously, it's going to be Liverpool's league to lose. But let's see who is going to challenge them. Okay, thank you for joining us today's show. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are always live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. So I'll be seeing you tomorrow. And happy New Year. Tomorrow is going to be the first day of 2025. So I'll see you next year in 2025. My name is Godwin and have a wonderful day.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Vote 104.3 FM, where music